Hello and welcome back to our Calradia Expanded at War series, and well, we are obviously going to be attacking some Sea Raiders here. Now bear in mind, obviously, we do have a bandit hideout quest to take on, and I will be heading on over there as soon as possible. I have already equipped the new horse armor that I gained from one of the previous battles, so don't worry about that. Otherwise, we need to be very careful not to get skewered in the face by one of these javelins. Bear in mind that they seem to have just as much accuracy as I usually do with thrown weapons, although if I stand still, then that is very quickly going to change. No doubt, no doubt. Anyway, let's do a little bit of auto-delegate with our cavalry right here. And don't worry, I am going to be having a couple of archers this time, because obviously in the previous series of the Berserker, we didn't really have any archers at all, because most of my forces had thrown weapons of some kind, and I personally felt like that was enough. And also, it kind of spoke a little bit more to the theming of the whole series. But as it is right now, with our old man Byron, he is well, quite obviously someone that may need a little bit of extra assistance with ranged capabilities. So we're gonna try and go for. I'm actually a little bit in two minds about which ranged unit to really go for, because I'm thinking at the moment that maybe we should go for crossbowmen, something like Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman or something along those lines, but bear in mind, obviously, that is very much dependent on access to them, because access is one of the main problems whenever you're thinking about creating an army of any kind. You need to think about how the supply of that unit is going to be. And for me specifically, it's going to be kind of difficult, because I don't know. Ooh, this is a very nice piece of shoulder armor right here. But yes, I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to gain Imperial reputation, relation with the villages in their area. So I might just have to fall back on the troops from Vlandia, which I don't know whether I really want to do, because if you take a look at their Vlandian crossbowmen, let's actually just take a look. I think it's... they actually do have sharpshooters. Never mind. Okay, I thought they got to about, well, what? Tier 4? Yeah, I think they got to about Tier 4, and that was it. I didn't think they actually increased any further, but apparently they do. And they do go to sharpshooters. And as you can see, they have 130 in crossbows, which I got to say, I think is pretty good. But if we take a look at the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen, let's have a look and see how much they have. They also have 130. Okay, never mind then. I don't even need to worry. I don't even need to worry about, you know, going and having to do some grinding or whatever with some relation in Empire territory. I can basically just, you know, continue along my path of being a Vlandian unit user, I suppose. Anyway. We could choose between two perks here in the riding tree. What do we have? Increase your mount hit points by 20%, and mounts of your commanded troops have 10% more hit points. Otherwise, we have a veterinary, which is halves the chance of your mount becoming lame or dead after it falls in battle. Well, I'd prefer if it did not fall in battle at all, so I'm going to go for well strapped. Seems to be a bit of a better idea, at least in my opinion. Okay, so let's wait here for some time, and let's head into the hideout. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why they're giving me these units. Maybe I should go with them. Maybe I should go with them, because Vlandian Knights are primarily going to be very good at field battles, because if they only have the ability to spawn in with lances and maybe other weapons that are not particularly good on foot, then maybe it would make sense for us to go for billmen and Vougiers and so on and so forth. So yeah, we'll just go with what the game suggests for the moment, and we'll see how that goes. Bear in mind, it's been a very long time since I have headed in to any Sea Raider hideout. It has been a very long time indeed. I think probably maybe the original series? The original series of Bannerlord? I don't think I've actually done very much here at all. Because, well, there just hasn't been any opportunity. It's usually been against, I don't know, mountain bandits, maybe against some forest bandits sometimes, against regular looters and everything. But yeah, it seems as though we don't even need to worry, to be honest. Anyway, I'm thinking what we're going to try to do is I will go to a smithy after this, and I will see if I can maybe acquire a little bit of resources. And where is my shield? It seems, yeah, okay, never mind. Yes, we'll try and get some resources to maybe do a little bit of smithing. Wow, that was a nice hit if ever I saw one. Got to be a bit careful here because these guys do have axes and they are very, very fast. They're very quick to use. I'm trying to level up my one-handed skill here and my athletics a little bit too. And remind me, by the way, remind me with your mind waves. Send those into the past, because obviously this is in the past that I'm recording this. But yes, if you send those into the past, I should have a pretty good idea as to what I need to do, if you know what I mean. So, in other words, we need to put a focus point whenever I level up into athletics. Because at the moment, I only have one focus point in it, and I personally feel like that is not enough to make meaningful progress in that particular skill. So we're going to need to do that, and hopefully you will be able to influence that quite a good deal. Okay, okay, I've got to be careful here because I had super speed on, and it took me into the bandit boss fight. Oh no! He's got an axe! This is bad. Oh, this is really bad. He could kill me in very, very quick succession here. Thankfully, he's not going for overheads. If he was going for overheads, this would be a problem. Whew. Okay, that was way too close for my liking, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Technically, I should not have done that. I should not have gone for the duel, because even though Old Man Byron is pretty good at doing one-on-one duels with his sword, I don't feel comfortable doing that so early on in the series. But we managed to prevail, amazingly enough. I really can't believe it, but there you go. We were able to do so. And let's take a look at some of the other gear here. There's nothing really that is going to be anything great. Let me just see if there's anything here. Value-wise, no, it doesn't seem like it. All right, fantastic. We gained some good charm skills, you can see right there. Good amount of charm. That's the reason, by the way, why I put so many points in charm, so many focus points in charm, because it's just going to give me so much experience, and that is then going to result in us gaining more focus points over time. And that's also the reason why, thank you for your mind waves, we're going to be placing this focus point in athletics. There we go. All right, so now let's take a look here. We have another one-handed perk to go for. Larger shield protection area against projectiles. In my opinion, this is fantastic because obviously I will be using a shield. At least, maybe I will be using a shield? I don't know, you see. Here's the thing. I'm kind of in two minds about this now, because if I'm using a polearm and I want to use a ranged weapon of some kind, so in other words, if I'm using, I don't know, if I'm using a slashing polearm like a glaive, and I want to use a crossbow or a bow, then it's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to have a shield equipped at the same time, especially if I'm not, you know, using a one-handed weapon. So I don't know whether we can really do that. However, if you take a look at shield wall here, wait a minute, both of these have a bonus to your formation. Small bonus to their shield protection area against projectiles, and this has a medium bonus to their shield size against projectiles while they are in shield wall formation. But, as you obviously know, I'm going to be going for mostly polearm based units, and they're more than likely not even going to have shields available to them, so it may not even make sense for me to go for that. But I'm still thinking we'll go for shield wall. There we go. That's something that I haven't actually taken that often, if at all, to be honest, because Arrow Catcher has just been so useful in the past. So I might be making a huge error by doing what I just did, but it's a new character. We might as well have some fun with it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's sell our prisoners. We're almost at 25 roguery. Bear in mind that obviously roguery is not something I'm going to be concentrating on in this series. I did focus it in the Berserker series, and it was so incredible. It really was a very powerful skill to go for, but obviously I like to mix things up a little bit, and so we're not going to be focusing on that in this. But a little bit of roguery never hurt anyone, so we're going to try and get a little bit of that. Alright, so do I have any hardwood? No, I do not have any hardwood, and we're going to get 10 of that, and then we're just going to go into the smithy and we're going to see what we can do. Now, obviously, if you've taken a look at my mod list, you'll know that I have a mod called Smith Forever, so technically I should not utilize, or should we say use my energy at all. I should not be able to use my energy. So hopefully that's the case. If it isn't, then I will be... Okay, apparently it is not working. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why it's not working, but we are gaining a huge amount of skill points in smithing, so I suppose it's not really that big a deal. But is it actually working? Ah, yeah, no, we are using less stamina. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Wait a minute. No item selected? Oh, it's because I have no more hardwood. Ah, very good, very good. Okay, yes, fantastic. Okay, so now technically I can smelt some stuff. So let's smelt some wooden hammers here. Let's smelt some pitchforks, because these are the things that will give us the most wood. And then we're going to be able to refine some more. I need to get to 25, if at all possible. Can I get to 25 just from this? Almost. Okay, spiked mace. I think that is basically all I can do now. Can I get to 25? Yes, I think I can. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we are now to 25, so let's just go over to Smithy, and we're going to go for Efficient Charcoal Maker. That is what I really, really want to go for. That's going to help us a great deal in maximizing the efficiency of what we're doing. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let's take a look. Okay, so let's forge something, shall we? Let's see, what can I do? What can I make here? Oh yeah, there's a huge amount of errors here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why there are so many errors. It must be a mod that I have installed, but I don't think I actually installed anything that interacts with smithing, apart from Smith Forever, and I don't think that that is actually having any impact right now, because Smith Forever is supposed to remove the energy cost, but as you can quite clearly tell, we are using energy, so I'm not entirely sure about that. So maybe I'll have to disable it or something along those lines, because now I have no idea what I'm making, as you can see right here. This is a, what is this? A one-handed sword? Or a two-handed? I think this is a no, this is a one-handed sword. Okay. And this is a two-handed sword. Yes. This is a two-handed sword. Okay, good to know, good to know. Okay, so let's actually just take a quick look. Shall we smelt some stuff? Let's smelt some stuff here. So I'm just going to smelt a bunch. There we go. And then we're just going to get some of that back. There we are. And let's smelt a little bit more. And there we go. Okay, so now I should be able to craft some stuff. So let's craft a two-handed. And this is a very high difficulty item, but this is basically the only thing I can create at the moment. So let's see what I can do. Obviously, this is this is not going to go very well with the name. Yes, buggy thing, need disabled mod. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so 2 skill... Really? Just 2 skill points? Buggy thing, need disable mod does not actually give me that much skill, unfortunately. But we are gaining some additional parts, as you can see right here, and it does seem to update in real time, which is actually quite cool. Because before, you would need to exit the smithy, and then come back in here to be able to get that working. So that's actually kind of nice to see that. So let's just make another thing. Another thing. We are making another thing. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 5 skill points in smithing. That is exactly what I want to see. That is exactly what I want to see. Yes. There we go. This is how I name things, by the way. Yes. Yes. If I was an inventor, and I literally came up with something, it would literally be the words that I said right after inventing it, you know? And that's the problem. That is the problem. Don't even get me started. Oh yes, don't even get me started. Okay, so let's see. How much can I sell this for? Actually, a pretty decent amount, right? Pretty decent amount. This is not bad. This is a pretty decent amount to sell something for. I'm not going to sell buggy thing. You need need disable mod, because I'm actually going to think about just keeping that as a reminder to my stupid brain to disable the Smithing Forever mod, so that we can actually see what is going on. Oh wait, there's actually a task here. I should probably... Ooh, Escort... shall we try it? Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if I can actually do this. Okay, we're also going to try and buy some workshops, because I don't know whether you've noticed from my mod list, but I do have something that gives me more income and more production. And hopefully that's going to help us out, because, well, enterprises and businesses in Bannerlord are very, very bad. I think that Tale Worlds may have nerfed them way too much, because I remember way back, you could build some wood workshops, and you'd make so much cash. You'd make 15,000 per day, just from one of them. And that was obviously broken. Way, way, way too broken. However, I think it is way too little now. You're making, what, 50 to 100 every single day. Maybe if you're lucky, 250 or something like that. But generally, yeah, it's definitely going to be something that we might want to go and, you know, try out with the new mod. Okay, so here we go. We are now going to be escorting this guy. Caravan of Normand the Silversmith. Fantastic. Okay, so let's follow him around. He's going to be attacked. Hopefully not by these Sea Raiders. No, he's not going to be attacked by those Sea Raiders. I assume he's going to be attacked by some people that we really do not want to mess with, to be honest. Okay, let me just go in here real fast. I really need to recruit more units. My units are so incredibly low level right now. And I don't have a huge amount of them. So I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm moving so... Why am I moving so fast, but it feels like I'm moving so slowly? This guy's moving at 4.8 through the trees, and I'm moving at 4.6. So technically he is moving faster than me, right? No, he's moving at 5. So we are moving faster than him. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay, that's kind of weird. No, we are moving faster than him. Okay, fantastic. Okay, there we go. The first raiders. These are mounted pillagers and mounted ransackers. Now, obviously, you know me. I'm playing a polearm-based character, so how is it going to be to spear brace with this? Well, we have some billmen, we have some spearmen, we have some vougiers. Maybe we're going to be able to use the spear bracing mechanic in this fight. Let's see if that actually works out for us, shall we? Okay, let's do it. 58 versus 37. I am a little bit worried about our combat strength, because as you can see, the enemy has much more combat strength. Well, in comparison to us, I mean, we have 4 more, but obviously we have the Caravan with us at the moment, so that is obviously having a bit of an impact. I'm going to get off my horse straight away, and then we are going to be placing these guys. How do we put them in a spear brace formation? How do we do that? I'm going to put them in shield wall, but how do we? Is that not going to work actually? I mean, look at this. If I put this like so, they don't follow me in that regard. There must be something that I can do to make that actually work properly. Because if I can't spear brace, then there's no point. Okay, well, they're being stopped. Yeah, look at that. That was actually very well done, people. Oh, hello. What are you serious? Are you serious? Get out of here. I'm trying to spear brace, you scoundrel. I am trying to spear brace, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm basically just going to allow my my cavalry to auto-delegate, because they're most likely going to do a much better job than I will. And I would actually hope that they try and attack me at the moment. I really want them to attack me so that I can stop them in their tracks, and then hopefully my units will be able to clobber them a little bit. That would be the most agreeable resolution to this. Oh dear. Yeah, they have bows. This is kind of harsh. Okay, have we lost anyone just yet? No, we haven't lost anyone. Oh, we have. Yeah, we have lost a couple of the Vlandian cavalry, not cavalry, caravan people. So that is obviously not great. Shall we just tell my people to charge in? Might be the only way we can do this. I might even have to get back on my horse, to be honest, because I thought they were going to charge at us straight away. But obviously, because they are horse archers, they are not going to do that. So I will have to get on my absolutely feeble horse, which, again, I do need to replace. So I will see if I have anything in my inventory after this, and maybe we can do something about that. Don't shoot my horse. How dare you? It may be a slow horse, but don't shoot it. Thank you. There we are. All right. Yeah, let's tell my people to charge. Why not? Let's tell them to charge. Maybe it will cause a little bit of panic in the enemy ranks or something. Oh, there we go. As soon as I told them to charge, now the enemies are literally fleeing. That is always the way of things, isn't it? As soon as you commit to something like that, then they're all of a sudden like, oh, no, please, just leave us alone. That always seems to happen. Okay, so whatever the case, let's have a look. Anything here? No, there is nothing here for me. I almost left without taking the loot. That would have been bad. Oh, hello there. More looters. Are you serious? You really... These regular looters really want to fight? Come on now. That's kind of weird. Alright. Well, let's continue onward. Do we only need to make one stop? Please say that... Oh, you need 3 stops. Oh, dear. Okay, that might be slightly problematic. We'll see. We'll see. Usually they are only attacked once per visit. So I'm very much hoping that that is going to be the case, because otherwise we're going to run out of Caravan members before we even get anywhere, to be honest. So that might be slightly bad. Anyway, let's go over here, sell our stuff. Let's sell all the armor as well. And let's buy a horse, shall we? Let's buy a horse. We don't have 60 in riding yet for me to be able to buy a warhorse of any kind. And this is, well, this is obviously a lot better. So I will buy 1 saddle horse, and that is what we will use as our replacement. And I'm thinking, shall we try and get a better... Yeah, let's try and... Ooh. No, that's not a polearm, though. That's not a polearm. I need a polearm. There we go. That's a polearm. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing that I want to see. Can I use this on a mount? Yes, I can. It's 13,000. Okay. I will not be able to buy that then. I will not be able to buy that. Okay, that's a little bit too expensive. What about this? You can spear brace with this too. Okay, that's looking pretty fun. Look at that. That is just generally better all across the board. That's fantastic. There's a Night Lance here as well. I could technically couch lance with this too, but I don't really want a couch lance, if I'm honest. I would prefer if I wouldn't have to do that. Okay, let's do this one. All right, and let's just compare it to the Night Lance now. So you can see here that the one I've just gotten has, but this one does not have spear bracing. Okay, and I obviously want to learn how to spear brace, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, there you go. So that's 2,600. I can always smith some extra stuff if I need to. And otherwise, we are good. I've already recruited some people from here. Oh, yes, roguery skill. We need to spend the perk. Okay, let's have a look. Bandit units in your party gain experience 20% faster. That would actually be really good if I was playing a bandit character. We're also not going to be raiding, by the way. We're not going to be raiding or doing anything, of that kind. This is good, though, just purely for the fact that prisoners are 20% less likely to escape from towns. That is pretty nice, so we're just going to take that because everything else is kind of not applicable to us. Okay, so there you go. He is now done visiting his relatives in the town. I can only assume that's what he's doing. And otherwise, we can now continue onward. And there's Liena. We might actually be marrying her later on. Shall I speak to her? I mean, I don't have that much charm skill at the moment, so this is probably not going to work. But I could say... I could actually become a mercenary straight away. I don't want to do that though, because I'm not going to be able to eliminate any of the enemy vassals. So that's probably not a good idea. But I will say, hello there. I profess myself your most ardent admirer. Perhaps you and I. Yes, okay, wait a minute. She has 0 relation with us. That's not particularly good, gotta say. Maybe I need to earn a little bit of extra cash. Maybe donate some cash to her in a barter situation, just to increase her relation with us a little bit. That might make more sense. Let's level up our forces while we have the opportunity before we head into this next battle. Oh, they're running away? Really? Okay. Well, if they want to run, then that is up to them. And oh, never mind. They are actually going in. I hoped for a second. I really did. I hoped for a second. I thought to myself, oh yes, maybe I'll get a lucky break. Maybe I'll get a lucky break. But it does give us an opportunity to try out my new spear. So I'm going to be kind of happy about this. And again, we're probably not going to get to spear brace in this particular battle because these enemies are mostly horse archers by the looks of things. So we're just going to go into shield wall. We're going to tell these guys to auto-delegate so that we can help out the Vlandian caravan as much as possible, because they obviously have a number of cavalry units as well. Oh, I got shot in the face. Well, almost. Got shot in the shoulder. Ooh, okay, so this spear is quite clearly much slower than my previous one, or at the very least it feels much slower. But that does not really have that much of an impact, because if I can time it right, the reach that it gives me is going to far outweigh the disadvantage by it being slightly slower. So we'll see if we can maybe make that work. he's using the same strategy that I always use against people that have pole arms. Yes, he's just literally blocking in the same direction every single time. So the key to attacking these guys is obviously making it so that they don't switch to their melee weapons. Because if they switch to their melee weapons before you have an opportunity to get close, then they're going to just block your attack almost instantly. And it's going to be very difficult. Okay, let's tell my forces to charge in, as we do. Because we obviously want the main contingent of our units to just basically stand there and do pretty much nothing apart from acting like a big meat shield, basically. We want them to be as defensive as possible until we have the opportunity to attack with our cavalry and to dwindle their forces. Because that seems to be the only strategy we can really use at the moment. And I'm actually super thankful that we have any cavalry to speak of at all, because if we did not have these cavalry right here, we would be in a very sore position indeed. It would be very difficult for us to achieve victory here unless the enemy ran out of arrows or something along those lines. And of course, we never really want to wait that significant amount of time for ammunition like that to run out, because they don't even have shields as far as I'm aware. So I would assume they have 2 quivers equipped. And you can imagine how long that's going to take to run out. So yeah, definitely good for us to, you know, make that a priority, or at the very least be lucky enough to get some cavalry recruited. So anyway, ransom the prisoners. There we go. And let's go in here. We'll just sell. Just gonna try and make sure to keep up with my wages at the moment. I mean, my wages are not even. Yeah, my wages are not that bad. They're 291 at the moment. I would have expected them to be quite a bit more, but once all these recruits level up, yeah, you can best bet that it's going to be pretty harsh. Anyway, leadership has leveled up, so let's take a look here. Ooh, okay. I'm liking combat tips in this particular series. I'm liking this a lot. So here's the thing. If you don't know this, and you haven't seen any of the other series that I've created on Bannerlord so far, then I don't know what you're doing, because there's a playlist down below. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, there's some playlists in the description if you want to see those. But the point is, I've never used combat tips, or very, very rarely used combat tips, because increasing the recruit level of units of the same culture as you from NPCs, that's super powerful. That is actually really, really powerful. I'm going to be taking that because we are, of course, going to be using Vlandian units most of the time. And if we can increase the quality of those units, or increase the amount that we get, or whatever the case may be, then that is just all the better. And that is going to really make a huge difference. It really is. Okay, so we're almost maxed out, actually, as well, with our army. I have 79 maximum company size, and we currently have 60, so not too bad. I'm seeing a bunch of tasks in the area as well, and it kind of makes me sad that I'm unable to take them, because obviously I'm doing this one. But this is obviously going to result in some pretty good rewards in the end. At least I hope so. It's going to result in, I think, about 1,000 gold, which is maybe not worth it. It doesn't seem worth it to me, actually. Now that I think about it, it really doesn't seem that worth it, because if you think about it, I'm spending how much? 300 gold, yeah. I'm spending 300 gold every single day to just pay the wages of my party. And, well, if the reward is 1,000 and I'm spending 3 in-game days or longer, then I'm going to be spending, what, 900 gold just for those 3 days, and then I just gain 1,000? So, yeah, the return is possibly not even worth the, well, what I'm doing. But obviously the relation is also one of the main reasons why we want to do this. We want to try and increase the relation with these merchants and the notables as much as we possibly can. That's usually the main reason why I'm going to be doing any of these tasks at all, because that is going to be the main difference between us being able to recruit some new units or not, as the case may be later on down the line. And that is always what we want to do. We want to try and maximize the amount of units we can get from anywhere. Wow, we're getting some good kills right here. Nice. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, 4 damage. Yes, isn't that always the way? Yes, that is always the way. Every single time I go, oh yeah, that was actually pretty good. And then all of a sudden I do no damage. Yes, wonderful. Oh, 35? That's pretty good. Can I get this guy? No way, right? He's on the same horse I am, and he has more riding skill or equivalent riding skill, so it's unlikely I'll be able to catch him. But 20 renown. Yeah, 20 renown from that. Really good. Okay, let's level up. Level up our forces. And, okay, we got some more horses. That's always good, because that increases our carry capacity, of course. And as we gain more and more loot, it's just going to make all the difference in the world. All right, let's go to the last remaining destination. And I don't think that we're going to have any additional enemies attacking here. And that will be it. Okay, so yeah. That was 1300, but we did gain 7 relation, which I gotta say I think is okay. Escort, really? Another escort mission? Do I want to do another escort mission? Not particularly. If I'm honest, I don't really want to do another one, especially in a Botanian town. I mean, to be honest, it's not really. That's probably not the best idea, is it? You know, probably not the best idea. Okay, so let's just smelt this. We need to get some more wood, don't we? Yes, we really do need to get some more wood. Actually, I'm wondering whether I can buy wooden hammers for a cheaper amount. Where's hardwood? There it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Why is hardwood so cheap here? There must be a wood workshop nearby or something like that. But yeah, this is super, super cheap. Oh, wow. Okay. I am very surprised. Okay, let's just spend 200 then. I was going to buy some wooden hammers and then smelt them down for the wood. But obviously, I don't need to do that now, so I can basically just do this. And this is going to gain me so much skill right here. Really, really nice. And now I can basically smelt all of this. So let's just do that. Let's just... Can I... Oh, I can't sort by... there we go. Sort by name. There we are. Okay, that's much better. Let's get rid of all of that, and now we can forge some more stuff. So, should we make... I mean, technically, what I want to do is I really wish I could tell what I'm making here, to be honest. This is an axe. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, so we unlocked new parts. This is a one-handed sword. This is a two-handed sword. I don't know where the pole arms are. Oh, there we go. There's the pole arm. Okay, so technically, I have no parts for this whatsoever. Technically, I don't even have a handle for it or anything like that, so yeah, that's pretty much going to be useless. So if I make something like this, maybe if I make some two-handed swords, then maybe I'm going to get something. Maybe? Maybe? I mean, I think that would probably be the best thing for me to do, so let's try and do that. Just level up our smithing a little bit more, and there we have it. I'm going to... there we have it. Yes. Fantastic. Okay. Really? Really? One skill point? I think you can do better than that. There we are. Fantastic. 2 skill points. There we go. Yeah, 100% increased bonus. Look at that. It was just purely because of that name. That was all. That was the only thing. I can actually sell this for a little bit of extra cash as well, which I suppose is okay. But it's really nice that they've actually normalized the prices now of the weapons that you sell, because it used to be that you could make some of these and you'd literally make like what, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, maybe even more than that if you made a two-handed sword per one. So you would literally just bankrupt the marketplace almost instantly. Anyway, let's take a look and see if we can buy another horse, because I now have reached 60 in riding skill. So let's take a look. Do we want to use a Vlandian Courser, or do we want to use an Azurai horse? Well, what's the difference? Yeah, the Azurai horse seems much better, as you can quite clearly tell. Yeah, the Azurai horse seems much better, so I will be using one of those. You can see the comparison now between the two. The Vlandian Courser does have more HP, but I'm mostly looking for speed. Yeah. The Botanian War Mount is also way too slow for my liking, so... yeah, that is exactly what we'll do. We're gonna... yeah, we're still gonna get 3,500, which is perfectly fine with me. Okay, so let's head back to Vlandian territory, and I'll see if I can maybe pick up a couple of extra tasks. But I think that's actually gonna be it for this episode. And, well, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see next, then by all means let me know, because I'm happy to basically do whatever at the moment. The world is our oyster, pretty much. And I would like possibly to become a mercenary relatively soon. So I'm thinking we'll probably do that in the next episode. I'm going to fight a couple of bandits. I'm probably going to move my recruits to the top of the page here and maybe just do a couple of auto-resolves against bandits. Try and get them try and get myself leveled up relatively well. And like, for example, right here, I could go in against these guys. 2 groups, no less. Very nice indeed. And we can hopefully get a bunch of kills. And as you can see, look at that experience. Really, really nice. We can get all those leveled up. And we can take a couple of prisoners to level up our roguery. A very small amount as well. And so I'm going to do that a little bit. And try and increase my army size, army strength, and all things in between. And then hopefully we'll be able to become a mercenary in the next episode. And then we can maybe do battle against someone, because I obviously cannot access the kingdom screen at the moment. I have no idea who's at war with anyone, but that should be pretty fun. I thank you very much for watching and for all of your support on this series so far, and I'll see you next time.